30%. Then 100%. Same model, same test, same day. Anthropic's Opus 5 sat down with a public reasoning benchmark called ARC-AGI 3 and scored 30%. Then, NVIDIA took that exact same model, wrapped it in something they built called AVO, and ran it again. 183 levels, 25 games, no instructions, no goals, nothing told to it up front. 100%. The model didn't get smarter. The thing around the model did. And if you're trying to figure out what to actually learn right now, that gap, 30 to 100, same brain, is the most useful thing that happened today. I'm the Crypto Crow. This is BotBrained Daily. Let's get into it. 3 fast ones before we go deep. Grok 4.6 landed on Google Cloud Vertex AI today. That's straight from X.AI, not a rumor. 500,000 token context window and configurable reasoning, low, medium, high, and X high, so you pick how hard it thinks. Pricing's $2 per million tokens in, $6 per million out. Cached input drops to 30 cents. Worth pausing on that cache number, 30 cents against $2. If you're building anything that resends the same context over and over, and most agents do, caching isn't a nice to have, it's most of your bill. Second one, also X.AI, also today. Grok Bot is no longer locked behind the top tier. It's now included with Super Grok Plus, Cursor Pro Plus, and every Cursor Teams plan. It only came out of beta on August 11th, 10 days from launch to bundled across 3 plans. And OpenAI started a blog. I know, stay with me. It's called AI Futures, written by their new Strategic Futures team, and the first post opens by quoting Madison's Federalist 48 and asking how a free society should be restructured around this stuff. First post by Dean Ball. It's flagged as the author's view, not company policy, not a product. But it tells you what they're thinking about when they're not shipping. Now the part I actually care about, because this is the part you can run yourself. Alibaba's Qwen team open-sourced Qwen 3.827b. It topped Hugging Face's global trending chart in 2 days and crossed 1 million downloads. Under 30 billion parameters. Runs on 17 gigabytes of RAM when it's quantized. That's a laptop. That's a machine you might already own. And developers have started calling it a local Opus 4.6. Because on coding and agent scores, it beats every model that shipped 4 months ago, Opus 4.6 included, and it lands in the same range as DeepSeek V4 Pro and GPT 5.6 Luna. Think about what that actually means. The frontier from 4 months ago now fits on your desk, offline, for free. Not close to it. Same day, DeepSeek shipped V4 Flash Vision EXP. Experimental, and they say so in the name. It takes V4 Flash and bolts image understanding onto it while keeping the text performance intact. On agent benchmarks, it gets close to Opus 4.8, sometimes past it. Now, I need you to hear the caveat because most channels are going to skip it. Those are DeepSeek's own benchmarks, run by DeepSeek on DeepSeek's model. That's not fraud, everybody does it, but it isn't independent either. Wait for someone else to reproduce it before you rewrite your stack around it. The honest read on today. Open weights are 1 release behind the frontier. They're free, and they run on hardware you already have. Higgsfield had a rough one. 2 well-known filmmaking creators, Maddie Hopoya and Sam Colder, both posted videos showing off Higgsfield's new C-Dance 2.5 tool. And their audiences turned on them, accusing both of running ads without labeling them as ads. I'm going to be straight with you because I use Higgsfield. I use it for images, I use it for video, I've said so on this channel. That's a disclosure, and it costs me nothing to make it. The lesson here isn't don't take sponsorships. It's that the moment your audience has to guess whether you're being paid, you've already lost the thing that made you worth watching. Second tool story. Someone at Make Use Of deployed OpenClaw on a high-end laptop and wrote up exactly where it falls over. OpenClaw is the free open source agent that runs local or cloud models. And I want to point at the shape of that article, not just the content. Somebody ran the thing, hit the limits, and published the limits. That's worth 10 launch posts. When you're deciding what to build with, find the person who tried it and complained. They'll teach you more than the docs will. Back to where we started, because it's the biggest idea of the day. NVIDIA built a coding agent called AVO. Its actual job is optimizing CUDA GPU kernels. Deeply unglamorous, very valuable. They pointed it at ARC AGI 3, a public reasoning benchmark, and it cleared all 183 levels across 25 games cold. No goals given. Here's the kicker. AVO is a wrapper around Anthropic's Opus 5, the same Opus 5 that scores 30% on that test on its own. Wrapped in NVIDIA's harness, 100%. So what's a harness? It's everything that isn't the model. How the problem gets handed over, what tools it can reach, whether it can run something, see the result, and try again, whether it remembers what it already tried. Same brain, different body, 70 points. And that is the whole argument for why you should be learning agentic coding right now instead of waiting. You're not competing with the labs on model quality. You'll never win that, and you don't need to. The leverage is in the wrapper. NVIDIA just proved the wrapper's worth more than a generation of model progress. Pull it together. 3 things changed today, and they point the same direction. 1. Frontier-grade weights now run on 17 gigabytes of RAM, free. 2. The hosted Frontier is competing on price and plumbing. Grok on Vertex, cached input at 30 cents. Grok Bot bundled into plans it wasn't in last week. 3. A harness around a mid-tier score turned it into a perfect one. None of those are the model got smarter. All 3 are about what you build around the model. That's the job now. That's the skill that's actually scarce. So let's build one. Today's build is your first MCP server. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. Forget the name. Here's what it actually is. It's how you hand your AI a tool it doesn't have. Out of the box, your agent can't read your database, can't check your calendar, can't touch your files. An MCP server is the thing you write that lets it. That's the harness. That's the exact lever NVIDIA just pulled at your scale. 3 steps. That's the whole build. Step 1. Pick one thing you look up by hand every single day. Your project's database, a folder of notes, an API you keep curling at 2 in the morning. One thing. Boring is good here. Boring means you'll actually use it. Step 2. Write a small server that exposes 2 or 3 functions for that thing. List, get one, search. That's genuinely it. The official SDK handles the protocol. You're writing the part that knows about your data. Step 3, and this is the one people skip. Write a real description for every function. Not gets data, a sentence that says when to use it and what comes back. That description is the interface. It's the only thing your agent reads when it's deciding whether to call your tool. Bad description, dead tool. Now, here's the part I want you to actually use. Pause the video right here and screenshot this. This is a starting prompt. Paste it into whatever agent you're running. Claude Code, Codex, Cursor, Grok Bot, doesn't matter, they'll all take it. Fill in the one blank, which is your data source. And notice the last line of that prompt. It tells the agent to ask you questions before it writes a single line of code. That's deliberate. An agent that interviews you first builds the thing you meant. An agent that starts typing immediately builds the thing you said. Those are different, and the gap between them is where most of your afternoon goes. Screenshot it. I'll wait. That's an afternoon, not a weekend. And when you're done, you'll understand agents better than anybody who's only read about them, because you'll have built the part that actually matters. Full briefs on the site. BotBrained.ai, Challenges tab. Post what you made, broken counts, half-finished counts. Somebody in there has hit the same wall you're about to hit, and that's the entire point of the place. One honest note before I go. Everything in this episode came from opening the source and reading it. 2 stories didn't make the cut today. One was a month old, one I couldn't verify. Links to everything are in the description. Check my work. That's today. Go build something.